Let us move towards the solution. Given that we have to fill up the blanks of the code where bubble sort is being used to find the third largest element in the array. The function must finish as soon as it gets the third largest element. So we see here that we have three blanks. First blank is in the line number 9. Then we have line number 12 and at last we have line number 18. So what they are using is they are using bubble sort. And since we just have to fill up the codes, we can say that it is syntactically correct. So we need to just identify those three blanks. So what happened in bubble sort? In bubble sort, we compare adjacent elements. So in the first pass, 5 and 1 should be compared since they are not in order. So we will swap them. Then 5 and 7 will be compared since they are in order. We will leave them. Later 7 and 3 will be compared since they are not in order. So 7 and 3 will be swapped. Again 7 and 2 will be compared since they are not in order. So 7 and 2 will be swapped. So at the first pass, we will have 1, 5, 3, 2 and 7 having the largest element at its correct position. So when we go for the second pass, we compare 1 and 5, they are in order. Then we compare 5 and 3, they are not in order, so they will be swapped. Then we compare 5 and 2, since they are not in order, they will be swapped. After that, we see that the elements have been arranged and the second largest element, that is 5, has come to its correct position. So now I have 1, 3, 2, 5 and 7. Here I can say that 5 has come into its correct position, which is the second largest element. Now if we go for a third pass, we will compare the first two elements. Since they are in order, they will not be swapped. Then the next two elements, 3 and 2, are not in order, so they are going to be swapped. And then we can see that 3 has come to its correct position, which is the third largest element. So after the third pass, I can say that 1, 2, 3, 5 and 7. So 3 has come to its correct position and 3 was my third largest element, 5 was my second largest element and 7 was my first largest element. So I can say that for my bubble sort, to find out the third largest element, and because we have to finish as soon as it gets the third largest element, I just need to have 3 passes. Now for 3 passes, see at line number 9, the I loop takes care of the number of passes we have to make. So since I is starting from 0, so when I is 0, there will be a first pass, I is 1, there will be a second pass, and I is 2, there will be a third pass. So I can say for I less than 3. So I could also say I less than equal to 2, but वो ऑप्शन में नहीं है. तो जो ऑप्शन में है हमें उससे मिलता जुलता ही आपको एक्सप्रेशन बनाना होगा. तो हमारा फर्स्ट ब्लैंक आ गया आई लेस देन 3. तो या तो हमारा ऑप्शन ए आंसर है या हमारा ऑप्शन डी आंसर है. अब ऑप्शन ए और ऑप्शन डी में अगर आप देखेंगे तो सेकंड वाला जो फिल इन द ब्लैंक है स्वैप हो रहा है एंड ऑफ ए ऑफ जे एंड ऑफ ए जे प्लस 1. दैट मीन्स जो दो एलिमेंट्स कंपेयर हो रहे हैं उन्हीं दोनों में हम स्वैपिंग करते हैं, विच इज परफेक्टली फाइन. सो द सेकंड ब्लैंक इज सेम इन बोथ द ऑप्शंस एज वेल एज बाय लॉजिक कि जो भी दो एलिमेंट्स यानी ए ऑफ जे और ए ऑफ जे प्लस 1 हम लोग कंपेयर करते हैं, अगर वो ऑर्डर में नहीं होते हैं तो हम उनको स्वैप करते हैं. सो हियर आई कैन से एंड ए ऑफ j because I am passing the address, because here they are pointer variables. So ampersand a of j plus 1. So this is my second blank. Now the third blank is in the main function. After the main function calls the bubble sort function, it has already found out that which is the third largest element. And that third largest element is at its correct place. Now, what is the correct place of the third largest element? Since it is the third largest, so it will not be at the last, not the second last, but it will be at the third last position. So, what is my last position? My last position is n minus 1. My second last position is n minus 2. And my third last index is n minus 3. So here I can say a of n minus 3. So my correct answer is option number A, which is my correct answer, where I loop will run from I less than 3. Swapping will be done in A of j and A of j plus 1, and the third largest element will be placed at A of n minus 3. Let us now see the solution. So the following C function takes an array sorted in ascending order which was rotated a few times and then finds the first element of the original order. Now what they want to say is, suppose there was a sorted array which is sorted in ascending order. Let's say we can say 10, 20, 30 and 40. Let us rotate this 2 times. So for the first time it will become something like this, and when I rotate it again it will become 30, 40, 10 and 20. So this will be given to me as input. What I have to find out is what was the first element of the original order. That means I have to give the output as 10, which will be found somewhere over here. So my output should be 10. Now let us first see for syntax errors. So when we scan our code for syntax error, we will check for the braces, the data types, the identifier names, semicolons, whether everything has been written in proper syntax or not. As we scan each and every line of the code, we see that the program or the function is syntactically perfectly correct. Now let us see for any logical errors. So what they are trying to do is, they are trying to run a loop from I equals to 1 till I is less than n minus 1. So let us have a try run of this program. So let's say I have the array ARR elements as 30, 40, 10 and 20 and n size is 4. Then my loop should work from I equals to 1, that is value 40, till I less than n minus 1. So n minus 1 will be 3 and less than n minus 1, that means it will only work till over here. So it will work for 40 and 10. Inside the loop, it will compare the current element, that is ARR of I, and the element just behind it, that is ARR of I minus 1. So the first time 40 will be compared to 30 and it will check whether 40 is greater than 30. Since it will be true, it will return from here returning ARR of I, that is 40, which is the wrong output. Now notice that we had to return 10 as the output because 10 was the first element of our original order. But even if we employ this loop in such a manner that it returns 10 for the condition, here the greater than sign has been put. So we will see that 10 greater than just before element, that is 40, will be false. So first of all, this greater than sign should be lesser than. Because our original array was 10, 20, 30 and 40, original element was 10, it was rotated 2 times and it became 30, 40, 10 and 20. So if I have to find this original element which is 10, then I must understand the element just before it will be greater than the first element. So here the condition should be that the before element, that is ARR of I minus 1, should be greater than ARR of I. So this is the line number 5 having the error. So I can say line number 5 has the error and here the sign should be greater than. Now let's see now it works or not. So for the first time I value 1, it will compare 40 is lesser than just value before it, that is 30. So since this is false, it will again go and check for the next value, that is 10. So is 10 lesser than the value just before it, which is 40? Now this is true and it will return from here taking value 10. So here it is giving the right output. Let us just consider one more possibility. Say suppose if the array input elements were 20, 30, 40 and 10. Now how did I find this one more possibility? Since I found the error in line number 5, but in my options I have 3 options, A, B and C having line number 5. So I want to be more clear whether it is working perfectly fine or not. So I will check for the boundary cases. So now I have put my output at the last position. So my array value n value is 4. So my loop will run from I equal to 1 till I less than n minus 1, that is n minus 1 is 3. So it will run till over here. So first time it will check whether 30 is less than the value just before it, 20, which is false. Then it will check in I value 2 that whether 40 is less than the value just before it, that is 30, which is also false. Now notice here that the loop will end. The loop will not go to the last index, but it should actually go over there. So here again there we find an error that this n minus 1 should be n. So I can say I have the errors in line number 3 and line number 5. So my answer is option number B.